Hey, it's your boy Exodus here. All right, I'm back. I am glad to be back, all right? After Ricky's video, this is going to be a wash. This is going to be a short video, very simple, very easy. I'm just going to run through it just so you guys can actually finally understand one thing. What are the 5 must-have car accessories, right? I know there's a lot of videos out there saying a bunch of things, and they're probably right, and I'm probably wrong, but who knows? You guys are here in this channel watching this. I hope that after this, you might get it or you might not, right? Let's just see. Maybe you can compare it with other people. But I believe that these are the 5 top ones, for me at least. All right, let's go. First one I'm going to say is an emergency toolkit, right? Duct tape, multi-tool, anything like that that can help you. Tire repair kit, right? In case you get a flat, in case there's a nail in your tire, boom, you have something to repair it, right? I mean, I think that that's pretty important. You don't want to be sitting here lost, stuck in the middle of nowhere with a flat tire, and now you can't do anything about it, right? That is insane, right? Now that we're still talking about that flat tire, right? You have that toolkit, cool, let's repair it. Now you have an empty tire. What do you think you need next, right? Easy, a tire compressor, right? A portable air compressor for your car, right? It's pretty easy. You just plug it in to the cigarette. Well, sorry, it's not a cigarette socket anymore. Plug it in to the car socket, you know, the 5 volt, 10 volt, whatever the hell that socket is. Sorry, it's might have showed my age a little bit there, but yeah, not the cigarette socket, okay? You'll figure it out. Ask your parents. All right, so you'll plug it in there, or you can have ones that already, like, you charge at home and you just carry with you and hold charge for a while. But basically, pull that out, you put it on that nipple, right? The little tire nipple, and you turn it on, and it fills up your tire. Congratulations, you have now fixed your tire, and you have put air in it. Guess what? Now you can drive away, far, far away from where you got stuck. And yeah, you can do all that. Next, I would say for you to have, just in case, to cover your bases, have a dash cam, right? It's become a big thing nowadays, right? Even some cars, newer models, already come with a dash cam type system, right? Since now there's so many cameras everywhere. With these cars that give you 360 like eye view of your car, which always throws me off how they can catch that and make it look like you're looking from the top of the car. But you know, I understand it's because the camera's the way it's angled. They can capture almost every inch around you, and the images can look warped, but it gives you a 360 view. Anyway, those cameras can be used as a dash cam depending on your make and model, right? Or, right, if you are a peasant like me, you can just get those dash cams and put it on your front windshield and your rear, right? You can use just front at first because they can get pricey, but I would just get a, you know, a little beep boop, beep boop, beep boop dash cam on your front and on the rear, and if anything ever happens, someone hits you, hits and runs, at least you have camera footage of that, right? Now, what that's not good for is if you cause the accident, because then that right there paints you guilty. I would immediately remove that dash cam and delete the footage. I'm kidding, I can't advise you to do that, but you know, it will catch you if you're doing some shady stuff. But it will also save you if someone hits you, which, pick your poison. You want to be covered for insurance purposes, but might risk yourself being guilty if you did something bad? Up to you. Anyway, first aid kit. That is something that I think you should have in your car. Because, you know, God forbid you get in a car accident and bam, you're hurt. You smacked your face on the steering wheel, now you're bleeding. Well, if you have a first aid kit, grab a Band-Aid, slap that thing on your forehead, and like, I'm good. Actually, I hope you wouldn't slap it, because that would really hurt if you hit your head, and you might have a concussion, so hitting your head is probably not the best thing. But anyway, sorry, I swear to God I'm on cocaine. I'm just very excited about this. Yeah, first aid kit in case any cuts, bruises, anything that happens, God forbid. It's always good to have one of those. I would also say a tourniquet, crazy stuff could happen, and it's good to have a tourniquet on hand just to save someone's life. So I would say first aid kit is definitely one of my top 5. Now my last, and not really exciting, but not least, is a phone mount, right? So I know cars nowadays have CarPlay, Android Play, or whatever the Android version of it's called. I don't have an Android. Have CarPlay, right? So you don't really have to worry about, looking at your phone for GPS signals or GPS directions. Sorry, mind fog. Yeah, so you don't really have to carry your phone anymore for that, and you can mostly do everything else on the car itself, right? But for the people that don't have that, which is, I don't know, nowadays, I don't know how cars are made nowadays, but for people that have older cars, because I know there's a lot of older cars out there, right? I would get a phone mount, right? Because even though you might have Bluetooth in your car, you might not have a fancy panel that lets you see what your iPhone has, right? So, or Android, excuse me. So having a phone mount is very, very beneficial. Or maybe sometimes you'll get a car that doesn't, offer CarPlay or Android Play. It depends. There's some cars that only focus on Android. Some allow both. Some only Apple or CarPlay for the Apple products, right? Now, if you have a phone mount, you can still use your GPS. You can still click through music while still paying attention to the road and not taking your full attention off the road. I would still advise for you not to do that, to change music when you're on a stop or at a red light, but to each is their own. Please do not drive while looking at your phone. Well, I guess it's better than you just holding your phone and on your lap and just, because that is bad. That's how a lot of accidents happen. Anyway, phone mount. Get it. If you don't, you're wrong. I'm kidding. If you have CarPlay, it's fine. But again, these are my top 5 that I have picked for the must-haves in a car. All right? And there's like certain other things that isn't a must-have, but I'm going to say it. Just one more thing. I'm going to add one more thing to this top 5. It's not part of the top 5, but if you have leather interiors in your car, get a windshield like sunblocker, right? Or a sunshades, sun blocker, whatever you're going to call it. It really goes in the front of your windshield and on the rear, and it protects your leather seats and your leather interior, right? Because the sun is a menace. The sun destroys everything it touches, right? Unfortunately. It would even destroy your skin if you stay out there long enough, right? So, get one of those if you have a leather interior and you don't want it getting damaged. And they're not too expensive. You put it on there and it protects your leather. Trust me, I wish I would have took that advice. If not, I wouldn't have the damaged center console that I have on my car. Like the leather's all cracked. Actually, that leather part that's where you can rest your arm in the door, also cracked. Cracked from me having my elbow like this while driving. All that pressure and the sun dried out the leather and it cracked. So just get that sunblock or that sunshade, whatever they call it. It'll be beneficial for you in the long run. All right? Now, that's everything I have to say. All right? I am so glad that you guys were able to watch this video. I made it a little bit shorter because I didn't want to drag this along for too long. And I think just top 5 is good. Plus, you want to overclutter your car, right? There are other things that many people will say, like having a trash can or having a vacuum or the protective floor mats. Those are all good. Those are actually very valid points. But I don't want to, because if you end up doing that, you would have like 30 things that are must-haves. And if you have 30 things that are must-haves, your car's going to be cluttered as hell. It would just look very too much. That's why I decided to do with just 5, because these are what I believe are the must-haves that you need for your car, right? It's not bad. An emergency toolkit, a first aid kit, a dash cam, and a phone mount, and an air compressor. All right? Just want to say thank you again for watching my video. And I hope to see you guys in the next following weeks. Next week, 2 weeks from now. If everything works fine, perfectly, Ricky will be posting the next video. But other than that, deuces.